Well, bird is the word for today's Master Your Garden segment, and our David Lippman is live to talk about how our bird population can help your garden flourish. Now, David, I feel like you're taking us back to science class. What do you got going on this morning or this afternoon?
A little bit of science class, Charday, a little bit of a lunchtime menu. I have my friend Wayne Elliott with the Smith County Master Gardeners here, and Wayne, we can hear all the birds here in the back of your garden. Why is now a great time to think about how to feed them?
Well, in the summertime, you have all of these woods here with berries, insects, and bugs and things, to eat. In the winter, all of that stuff is gone. It's also important for them to eat well in the winter because they're getting ready to mate, and they need the energy to get fat so they can stay warm.
All right, and you've set out a great display for us with a handful of different food options. What are we looking at? What's good to be feeding some of our local birds?
Well, you've got your sunflower seeds and your small grain millet seeds, and that's what's in the feeders there behind. But important for the birds in the winter is some high energy feed like peanuts, and you take them not salted, unsalted, because don't want to give them high blood pressure. And you crush the peanuts and they'll eat them. Peanut butter on a pine cone like up there, and then suet, especially peanut suet, will give them a lot of high energy stuff. So that's good stuff to feed them.
All right. Anything we need to know about what kinds of feeders to use or where to place them to help the birds?
One of the things, it really doesn't matter where you place them. They'll get used to it. As a matter of fact, there are a lot more birds usually in here, so there must be camera shy or you scared them off today. But, they're placed here today just for the camera, but just spread them around. Don't put them next to bushes too close because cats, feral and house cats, will get them. And yet it's always a good idea not to prune your shrubs back too soon so that they do have a place to hide and they do have a place to stay warm.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about making sure that other kinds of critters don't get after the bird feed.
Yeah, they like that. The critters do. So you have to protect it especially from the squirrels.
And so how long should we be thinking about filling up the feeders?
The birds will tell you because they'll be empty. And you can tell when birds are migrating through because they'll empty a feeder in a couple of days.
Oh, wow.
For example, right now, you should be feeding your hummingbirds also during the winter because there's some that will nest here and they won't migrate. But here when your chestnut trees, or your buckeye trees bloom mid-March or so, the hummingbirds will migrate through and they'll empty that feeder in a couple of hours.
All right, and when it comes to hummingbirds, I've heard some people say you should put some food coloring in it to help attract them. Is that right or no?
Do not put food coloring in it. It's no bad. Red dye is no better for them than it is for you, and they're smaller than you are.
Yeah, all right. Thank you much, Wayne. We appreciate it. Some good-looking snacks here, but we'll save them for the birds. Charday, I'll send it back to you.